Okay, so very good evening, all of you. First of all, I want to know that all of you are getting my voice properly. Like, is there any lag problem, and is there any like breaking problem in voice? So just I want to know all of you are getting my voice properly. Okay, okay. So that's great, all of you. So today we are going to really cover a lot of interesting topic, right? And we are just going to integrate some ML applications or ML pre-built models with our back pages, right? Okay. So as you can see that in last class, we created this web page, right? We created this web page, right, with the help of Django and with the help of some basic pre-built HTML, CSS files, right? So we created the web page, right? And we modified it also. Like we want these three services: object detection, face analysis, and like celebrity detection. So we created this drop down, and we created a button to choose any file, right? So we already created this. So that's a really great thing. So today we are going to create the backend procedure, like with the help of this backend procedure, backend code. We will process our images. We will choose any image on front end. We will choose any image on front end and send it to the back for the backend, and the backend will process it, and again after processing this backend this image, they will just send it to again front end, so we can check it that what we are getting, right? Okay. The question is that the image as you are selecting, but you are getting a different size, you can fix it also. Like this image, you can apply some CSS property, right? Here with this image, then you will get that your image is going to fixed. Your image is going to fixed, right? But not right now. We are not going to implement right now. You can do this. It's very easy, easiest thing, right? So it's your task. Go for Google, search for it. Then how we can do this. So now if image is not changing, it means there is something some problem in your like IDs and all these things, right? Okay, like for example, I have this image, and if I open this image, my image will change. Can you see this, guys? My image is going to change, right? So actually I not uploaded the complete code is from yesterday class. That's why you all are not getting that image is changing. But now or after this class, after this session, we will upload a complete code, so you will get like working code in your drive, right? Okay, fine. So now let's jump. uh, firstly, I'm just going to work on images. We are going to learn that how we can play with images only, right? Like suppose for example, what I'm doing here, like suppose I'm just going to paste one image inside like my app folder, right? So what I will do, I'm just going to not workshop project actually, guys. Master in Python folder. Inside this I have some images, so I'm just going to copy one image I'm just going to copy, or any image, we can choose any image, like suppose for example I'm just going to choose this image. So I'm just going to copy this image, and inside this folder my API, I'm just going to paste this, paste right. It's done, it's done right here. So what I'm doing here, what is my plan? My plan is to process this image. As you can see, I have this image, right? What I want to write something, on this image, right? I want to know that how we can write something on this image, right? And I want just create a one box can be here, any place, like I'm not going to choose, I'm not going to detect face, I'm not going to detect any face in this image, but I'm going to draw the box. My plan is to draw the box. Maybe the box can be here. It's not big deal, but my plan is to draw the box, right? Okay, so let's see how we can process it. But before drawing the box, I want to open this image. It means suppose I have this editor, so that's why when I click here, my image will open. But what is my plan, guys? My plan is to open the image with the help of coding. So how we can do this? Let's see. So what I'm doing here, inside this my API, I'm just creating a new file, or new Python file, you can say, new Python file, uh, image processing, suppose, right? So for processing the images, we need very interesting library, CV2, or you can say OpenCV. We need this library. We have to download it, install this library, then we can work on it. So how we can download it, install the library? I'm just going to open my terminal. This is my terminal, as all of you know. Oh, sorry. Okay, right? And I want just install the library. And we all know that pip install. If Django can work, then we can install a different library also, right? So what I want to install, OpenCV, but some different versions. So OpenCV dash contrib, CONTRIB, contrib dash Python. And if I suggest for the version, so we can go for newest version also, 4 point something. I'm just going with this version, 19. That's my choice, right? You can go with different version also. So if you want to specify any versions with double equals to and version name, version number, right? You can pass, so you will get that you are going to install a specific version in your system, right? Okay. When you click enter, it will download, like collecting OpenCV, as you can see, and it's going to download in my system. Some requirement already satisfied, uninstalled OpenCV contrib 4.3.0. The latest version was 4.3.0, and right now we installed 3.4.19. So now that's it. That's good. So that's clear. It's clear, right? Okay, fine. Now let's. You can see index is updating. If you want to be like, it's not compulsory that we have to pass the version, right? But but what we can do, we can install it. Okay, fine. Like, as I'm getting a one request that can if we share the file and folders, then you can work parallelly. So, okay, so there is no update in this project. So just, and what I'm doing here, we have this project, my Django API. I'm just going to copy this project, and Google Drive, as you know, I shared a link with all of you, my data too, and mastered in Python inside this folder. Okay, so within 2 or 3 minutes, like as you can see, it's uploading from my system, as you can see, right? So within 1 or 2 minutes, you will get the point that the project is uploaded. As you can see here, uploading procedure, right? So it's uploaded some percentage. So when it will complete, you can download the folder, and you will get that your project is working fine, right? Okay. So now what I'm doing here, guys. Okay, so what I'm doing here, as we installed, just I want to check that this like Python or OpenCV is working or not. So what I'm doing here, guys, I'm just typing Python, and inside this Python, I'm typing import CV2. CV2 is just, you can say, a short name of your library, short name of your complete library, right? So import CV2. And if I am executing and if I'm getting no error, it means CV2 working in my system or my machine, right? Okay, that's great, guys, right? We have CV2 in our machine. Now, that's clear. So now I'm just going to process my image. So I have this image, and what is my plan? My plan is to open this image with the help of CV2 library, with the help of CV2 library. So how we can do this? I'm just going to import CV2, simple, that's it, just one line. Now, if you want to open any image if you want to open, so what you have to do, you have to firstly read your image, which image you are going to open, right? Or you are going to show to the user, like, or IMSO, or just visualize your user, right? Or visualize your image. We need to open it, or we need to read it. So what I'm doing here, image equals to cv2.im. Then we have multiple possibilities. Do you want to read your image? Do you want to save your image? Do you want to show your image? And do you want to perform something different, right? So my plan is to read my image, And what is the path of your image? So a path of my image is the same location, same directory. My file is working here and my image is in the same location. So what I'm doing here, image 5. My plan is image image 5 dot jpg. That's it, guys, right? We read it. Now I want to open this image. Right? Oh, sorry, print this image data. So image is this, right? Okay. Image equals to cv2 dot imread, then image name, nothing else, guys. We are doing nothing. What we are doing, from cv2 we are calling this function imread. cv2.imread. Imread is the function from cv2 library, and this function will open your image, nothing else, right? It will support same code, like if you install a different version, it will support same code. So don't worry about it, right? Okay. So cv2.imread image5.jpg. So it will just read your image, in the form of numbers. And by in the form of numbers, I'm going to explain you the complete structure of image. Now, if I just run this code, then let's see what we are getting. We are getting this numbers. We're getting this number 187, 206, 212, 187, 206, 214 something, and 212, and all these things. We're getting these numbers. So why we are getting these numbers? Because our image is a combination. Of numbers. Right? So what I'm doing here, actually, guys, why we are getting this data? Actually, if we talk about the images, so what's happening here, actually? I'm just going to crop it. Okay, so I have this blank screen, right? So my plan is to show you the image. Okay. Okay. So guys, I have this image. Right? This is my image, right? This is my image. Now, this image, when we see this image, actually, what is this image? This image is a combination of your pixels. Multiple pixels we have, right? So if we want to split our image in pixels, so can we do this? Yes, we can do this. How we can do this? Let's see. Like if we want to split our image in pixels, we can split our image in pixels. Like as you can see this, guys, right? I'm just going to split my image in multiple pixels. Image is this. This is my image, and again, it's also divided vertically. We have this image, guys. Right? Now, as we all know that this image is a pixel, right? So what we are getting, actually, guys, we are getting a number of this color, pixel color. Like suppose, for example, I'm going to fill this pixel with red color. I'm going to fill this pixel with red color, then what number we will get for this pixel only. So if we talk about the color, like we have this color, right? And we talk about the pixel color. So my image or my images work with RGB concept. RGB concept. So what we will get? Red color. It means red color we will get 255. Green colors no content, because if it's pure red, it means green content is 0 and blue content is 0. Blue content is 0, right? So we will get this color combination inside this. So as you can see, like we are getting some number. We are getting some number. So we are getting a pixel color combination, right? Or pixel color combination, right? So a one pixel is a combination of 3 different color. One pixel is a combination of 3 different colors. Yeah, one pixel is a 3 different colors combination. That's why we are getting 3 numbers. 3 numbers. Now we are getting a bracket. One bracket, then second bracket you can see, and we are getting a third big bracket, okay, maximum bracket, right? So what we are getting? We are getting a data in multi-dimension, or you can say 3-dimensional data we have. Why I'm saying the 3-dimensional data we have? Reason is because one dimension is for your only pixel color. One pixel color. Second dimension for your complete row, and third dimension for all the columns. We have multiple columns. We are getting the color for all the columns. So we are getting 255, 0 and 0. But now like there is something, just one twist guys we have, and twist says that my CV2 is not going to work with combination RGB. CV2 not work on with combination of RGB. CV2 work with BGR. Guys, interesting combination what we have is BGR, blue, green and red. CV2 work in this pattern, right? So if we are talking about this color pattern, so for this color, we will not get this combination. We will get this combination. We will get this combination. This combination will be true. Reversed, right? So that's why we are getting this 0 to 0 then 255. So if we talk about for this color, so 187 value not for red, it will be for blue, 206 value for green and 214 value for red. We are getting this color combination, right? So this is for one value, and same thing we have multiple rows, and we have multiple columns, right? We are getting. So now that's it. So this is my image. So that's why we are getting this content. So now suppose like I have a one face here. Like suppose I have one face here. Like just I won't explain you in advance. I have just one face here. Right? I have one face here. Now I want to detect this face. Suppose my machine is going to detect this face. So how we can say that where is my face? So what we will get? We will get some number. Like for example, I'm just going to draw the box of this face. So box should be like this. Like this. So what we will get guys from the output of processing of the image, we will get the location of this box, location of this pixel. So now if we want to know that location of the pixel, so just you can count 0 column, 1 column, 2 column, 3 column. It means firstly we'll get the row. So how many rows we have? 0 rows, 1 rows, 2 rows, 3 rows. It means 3 cross 3. For x coordinate 3, for y coordinate 3. You are getting this data for x coordinate 3 and y coordinate 3, right? Now we will get the pixel of this, or the location of this pixel, right? So we are getting 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So for this we are getting x coordinate, we are getting 7, and for y coordinate we are getting 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Same thing, right? Just by luck, right? 7 cross 7. Only suppose my box is here. So 8 cross 7. On x coordinate we are getting 8, and for y coordinate we are getting 7. Like we are getting 7, right? So now we can draw the box. Right? So this is the combination. This is the possibility we will get in future. Not right now, but we will get definitely. So now this is your like image, and this is your like processing things. So just we are going to process the image, right? So we have to pass the x and y coordinate, and we have to pass this coordinate only, right? Then we will get the box. We'll get the box. Now, so just I'm going to draw all the drawings, and I'm just going to jump here. Okay, that's it. So now, guys, we have this code. We have this code, and we are getting this image, right? Now, what I want to write something on this image, and I want to draw the box. So first, I'm just going to draw the box. So how will draw the box? Image equals to cv2 dot rectangle. Simple. I want to just draw the rectangle. So that's why I have to choose this function. Rectangle. And in rectangle, we have to pass 4 or 5 values. So what these 5 values I'm going to pass? First value is image. On which image you want to draw the rectangle. So in this image, I want to draw the rectangle. So now you can say this is a rect image after drawing the rectangle. This is my rect image, right? So the image after drawing the rectangle, right? So but what is my plan, guys? Just delete it for the instance, right? My plan is to open this image first. Open this image. As you can see, I'm reading this image. That's good, but I want to open this image. So how we can open this image? Simple. cv2 dot imso. Inside this imso, what we have to do? We have to like pass two things. First thing is title. Second thing is image data. You can say image data. So title. Why we need title? Like suppose, guys, we are just going to open this image day 3 session 2, right? So can you see this? We are getting this title, guys. Day 3 session 2.jpeg. We are getting this title. So if we are going to open any image, we need window. So window will be created by your cv2.info, but what title you will decide for your window. So that's why we are deciding this title should be here. This title should be here, right? Okay. So now let's see how we can do this. So now title. So like this is my image. Simple. So this is my title. Next is your image data. So image data inside this image variable. I'm not planning to print it. Now let's execute this code. As you can see, I'm just going to execute this code. Process finished. But when you come to the browser, there is no window. There's no window. We are getting no window here, like nothing else, right? Even we are processing it. cv2.im. So this is my image and image. We are processing it, but there's no content. The reason is because to process your image, we need some time. As you can see, how I executing like nothing else, guys. Just right click and run your file name, run image processing file name, right? So that's how my program is just going to execute. That's it, guys. Nothing else. Right, as you can see, it's again processed. We are getting no content. The reason is, just try to understand, guys. As I'm just going to click on this file, double click, so my I can open this. Yeah, it's PyCharm. I'm running on PyCharm, right? Okay, so if I click, double click, if I just double click, can you see this? I'm just going to again close it, and if I just double click, it was taking some time, right? Maybe 1 second, 2 seconds, 3 seconds, but it's going to take some time to open your image, right? But what we are doing here, we are passing no time. Just we are executing this command, and we are expecting that my image should be open. Within a minute. Not within a minute, within a microsecond, within a nanosecond, right? Based on our speed, right? Or our laptop speed, right? Configure of the processor. So now it's not possible. So we need to pass what we can say, we need to pass some delay, but delay in two different format, guys. Right? We have to pass delay with cv2 dot bait key. Just try to understand this, guys. cv2 dot bait key. And as you can notice, if I write bait key, as you can notice, it's just going to show you that you will pass delay value. How much delay you want to provide for your machine. So I'm just going to pass delay key or bait key. So, but guys, good news is Bait key is a combination of two words. Bait key is a combination. Bait key. Bait key is a combination of two words. First one is bait. Second one is key. Right? Now, what is the meaning of this bait key? That's it, guys. That's it. Like, suppose I'm just passing 1,000. It means 1,000 millisecond. 1,000 millisecond means 1 second, right? If I pass 10,000, it means 10,000 millisecond means 10 second. If I execute this code, and now it's going to open my image, guys. That's good news. We have this image, and as you can see, and we are getting this title. This is my image. This is my image, and we're getting the title. And after executing this code, my image is closed completely. Automatically, we are not going to close it. So what this program is doing, guys, this program is providing you delay. This program is just going to provide you the delay, right? But as we know that this function is a combination of two words, bait and key. It means they can perform two different things. Yes, they can perform, the function can perform two different things, guys, or parallelly, right? What they can do, what they can perform, bait can provide bait, or bait can provide delay for your program, and key can read the event, or can read your keys processing, or you can say keys action. Like what this key value will do, this key value will just continuously monitor your keys. Are you going to press any key or not? If you press any key, they will read it. They will read this key and send it back to the function, or to the data, or like to the program. So what we are doing here, we are just creating some advanced thing. Like, okay, that's good, but what I'm doing, I'm just providing if statement. If cb2.bait key of 10 millisecond, right? Or just you can say 1 millisecond, equals to ORD. ORD is a function, guys, a pre-built function in Python. Like for example, IDLE. I'm just going to open this IDLE, right? Why I'm going to open this IDLE? Like A equals to, A is just a variable, and I'm just writing type A, right? A. Now, ORD is a predefined function of A, suppose A, right? So now actually this A. Now what I'm getting here, 97. So what this ORD function will do, ORD function will just give you the ASCII value, right? The word was not clicking me, right? ASCII value, right? The ORD function will give you the ASCII code of your character, of your any character. Like for example, we know that ORD of 1 will not execute, right? Because it's decimal number. But if we execute ORD of 1, we will get 49 in hex, right? Okay. ORD of 0, you will get 48, and we all know ORD of A, 65. So we're getting this ASCII code or ASCII value of your function, of your character, right? Same thing we are doing here. So ORD of Q means quit, right? So what I'm doing here, if cb2.bait key of 1 means every millisecond my program will check that any key pressed by user or not. If any key pressed by the user, then we will close the image, otherwise not, right? So what we are doing here, before this, I'm just going to cross it, and now I'm just providing while true. While true means, like suppose in C language, like I hope you all worked, right? Otherwise no issue. While true, actually we have two different types of loops, guys, right? We all know we have two different types of loops, right? So loops, if we talk about the loops, so we have for loop and while loop, right? So what we are doing, we are going to use while loop. We're going to use while loop, right? Because for loop will be like, for instance, like for example, I want to run any loop, any program for 10 times. Why we need loops, guys? Because if we want to execute any program more than one time, then we will use loops, right? Otherwise we can directly go with directly we can execute. But if we are planning to execute any program more than one time or more than two times, right? So you can apply loop concept, right? Or you can use loops. So as you can see, for loop, for like particular particular period, like how many iterations you want, how many times you want iterate your program, or how many times you want execute the same program. Like for example, if I open ideally, and what I want, guys, I want print hello TechSim plus. Hello TechSim plus, not one time, right? Not two time, 100 time. So I have to write this instruction again and again. I have to write this instruction again and again. It will take a lot of time. So what we will do, we will apply for loop. So how for loop will work? For in C language, as we all know, int I equals to 0, I less than 10, and I plus plus, and curly braces, print, even C language, printf, right? And whatever you want to print. Hello TechSim plus. We are executing this, right? This is the pattern of for loop. In Python, we have just a little bit of twist, right? In Python, it will work for I in range of 10. How many times you want to execute your program? How many times you want to execute your program? You have to pass it, nothing else. Now print, simple. That's it, guys. This is your program in Python, right? For I in range of 10, print hello TechSim plus. So we are getting this answer. So if we execute same program, if I click enter, you can see my machine is going to print hello TechSim plus 10 times. 10 times, because what we are passing 10. But now suppose I want to execute this program, or I want print hello TechSim plus infinite time. Not one time, not two time, infinite time. So what we will do, while one in C language, while one, and what we will do, we will again use printf and hello TechSim plus. That's it, guys, right? But in Python, what we will do, this one will replace with true, nothing else. Printf will replace with print, and this will be column. Simple. As you know, in C language, same is working in Python, but just some pattern, some syntax is going to change. So now if I execute this code, click enter, then it will print hello TechSim plus, not 10 times, not 1,000 times, infinite, as you can see. It's not going to close your program until you will not close by pressing or by interrupt. So what I'm doing here, Control C, then it's interrupted. As you can see, guys, right? So this is the combination. So this is the possibility we have to apply loops. Sorry, I will not work here. Just by mistake. It's my bad. So just I'm going to close it. Now it's shared, guys. It's shared with all of you, right? So you can download it. So now what is my plan? My plan is to show this image infinite time. So just I'm going to show this image infinite time, and now apply condition. If cv2 dot bait key of 1 equals to ord of q, it means if we press the q button from my keyboard, then they will break the loop. Break the loop means if you want to break any loop, then you can use it. Right? So simple. That's it, guys. Now run this program. And when we execute this program, it's going to open image. And it will not close automatically. You don't have to close, or like my image will not close, as you can see. And just good news is, like as my moving my cursor, my RGB value is going to change. Based on pixel. As you can see, guys, this is like little bit white, this is little black, right? This again dark black, and all these things. So my pixel is going to move, right? So that's it, guys. Like this is like a really very interesting thing. We have this image, and we can get the RGB value also based on the pixel, right? And my image is not going to close automatically. If you want to close, I'm just going to press Q. As I pressed Q, my image is closed. And my image is going to close. So that's it, guys, right? This is your like image, right? Or just opening your image. But now, before opening the image, I want to process it. whatever process, I want to write something. So what I want to write? I want to write like, hey Pratik. Suppose I want to write something, and it's not actually hey Pratik. It's Sri Divya, right? The South actress Sri Divya, right? Sri Divya ma'am. So what is my plan? My plan is to write some text. Text equals to Sri. Simple. Like this, right? Or just I'm just going to write hello. This is my plan. My plan is to write this text. So how we can write? Text image equals to cv2 dot put text. Put text is a function, guys. Put text is a predefined function. Okay, so now put text will just function, and with the help of this function, you can put your text, whatever you want, right? So I want put text on image, because I will put my text on this image. So this is my image. What is the location? Location means x coordinate and y coordinate. So x coordinate will be like, suppose 100 pixel, right? And y coordinate is 150 pixel. This is my like point, x coordinate, y coordinate, right? Okay, so we are getting it. Like if I want to know that what the like size of this image, so we can know this. How we can know this? Like master in Python, I'm just going to open master in Python folder, images folder, and this is my image. I'm going to use image 5 and control I want just description of this image. So as you can see, description 700 and 413. It means 700 is your x value and 413 is your y value, right? 700 and 413, right? X coordinate and y coordinate. How many columns you have? Guys, we shared in last class, right? So just go for the WhatsApp group and get the Google Drive link. We will not share daily. Like if we update, and we will share the Google Drive link. As we shared in last class, you will get the code on same Google Drive link, right? Okay, so now 700 is my number of columns. How many columns we have, or how many pixels we have in one row? How many pixels? Like, do you know? We draw the one image and we have one row. So how many pixels we have in one row? So 700 pixels we have in one row. And how many rows we have, guys? So we have 413 rows we have. Right? So what is my plan? My plan is to write something. So what is my plan? My plan is to x coordinate will be 100. It means on 100 pixel, it means 100 like total number of columns. So 700 column we have, and 413 rows, 13 rows we have. So 700 columns. So from 700 columns, I'm going to choose like 200 columns. 200 x coordinate and 150 will be y coordinate. So x and y. From this point, I want to draw, or I want to write my text. Now, before this, we have to pass the text also. So text is this text. I want to draw this text. After that, we have to choose the font. Which font you want to use. So cv2 dot font. You have multiple font possibilities, right? I'm just going to choose simplex. That's it. That's it, right? Okay. Apart from it, we have to pass more values, right? 0.9 color in like what color you want to choose. So like based on this image, like white color will not be good choice. Maybe red color will be visible for all of us, right? Okay, so red. So not BGR, right? Not RGB, BGR. It means 0, 255. And this is 2 thickness of your text, like text line, right? So thickness, and this is your font size, or line height, you can say, right? Okay, so now text image, and now after text image, we will open my text image here, right? So what I'm doing here, I'm just going to close this window, and that's it. Now if I run this code, we are getting an integer is required. This one. Okay. Oh, sorry. This comma was creating the problem, right? Okay, just by mistake, the comma we applied. Now there is no error, and this image is going to open. And as you can see, we are getting hello here. My image is going to text or just going to print this comma. No, sorry, this text hello at the rate, right? Okay, that's it, guys, right? Okay, fine. So we are getting this text here. We're getting this text here. Now, next thing is I will draw the box also. Draw the box also from the beginning, from this same place, right? So how we can draw this box? Yeah, simple. Box image. cb2 dot rectangle. Now you won't draw the box on same image, or like you won't draw the box separately, or you won't draw the box with image. If you want to draw the box, but if you don't want to go with text, then you will choose image here. But my plan is that text would be here, text would be on same place, and my box will be again, my box will be here again, right? So what we will choose text image. So on text image, we are going to draw the box. Now, starting coordinate means, do you know? I already explained you that if we are going to draw any box on any location, we have to pass the first corner, or like you can say a coordinate of top left corner, and now coordinate of bottom right corner, right? Okay, so now how we can pass this x coordinate, like for example, suppose I'm just going to choose starting the box, not 200, it should be on x coordinate 200, fine. On y coordinate it should be 70. And now end of the box, like end of the like pixels and all these things, so it should be like increased by some number, so it will be 300, it will be 300, and it will be 170. So this is your starting coordinate and ending coordinate. After that, what is my plan? Like after drawing this box, we have to pass the color. So we have to pass the color. So color will be it should not be red. It should not be red. It should be like green, comma 0, and thickness of the box will be 2. Simple. And now, do you want to process your text image, or do you want to process your box image? Right. So you can see. Text box image. You have text and box both, right? So you can pass this text box image, and now run this code. It's going to open, and as you can see, right? If we increase the size of the box, like we are adding 300, it should be like 450, and again it should be like 310. And now if we press Q here, and if I just execute this code again, you will get box size will increase automatically. Now you can see, and we can say that face is detecting, but face is not detecting actually, guys. But yeah, my machine can draw the box, right? So in next upcoming features, like we will get the details of X and Y and all these things, so we can process them and we can use them. So this is like the part of processing of your image, right? So that's it, guys. That's it, right? Okay, that's it. Next point we are going to cover, right? Then after that we will directly jump on AWS cloud, and we will know that how we can send this image, to AWS cloud and detect the face from the AWS cloud and get the response. Next content we are going to cover, right? But not right now. My next plan is to work on my web page. Okay, so I have this web page. So what is my plan? My plan is send this image. My plan is to choose service. Choose service doesn't matter right now, right? But like if I'm just going to pass any image from this location, choose this image, and if I submit this image, or if I just click on play, so the image should be passed from front end to back end and should be stored somewhere in my project, right? So how we can do this? We can do with the help of like models or database. Do you remember, like as I explained you, that we are Django comes up with some pre-trained or pre-configured database tables? Yes, it's true. We can also create some tables or some database according to us, right? So what we want to say, like not define, guys, it should be class my file, nothing else, guys. Class my file. So what we are doing, we are just creating a one class, and class will be with my file, right? So what we are doing here, we are trying to store my image somewhere in my database, right? So like in a coming future, if we want to use the particular image, we can use it. So my plan is to store my image on some location, right? So now what I'm doing here, I'm just going to create a class instance, right? We have this my file, and I'm just going to connect this my file with models, right? So models. So what this model will do? This model will do nothing, just give you the option to connect your data, or connect your this table with your actual database. That's it, guys. Not more than this, right? That's it, right? So models dot model. I don't want to connect with all models. I want to connect with database only. So models dot models column. Now you created a column. You created one table in a complete Excel file. Suppose in Excel file or in a database, you created one table, and now my point is to create the column name. How many columns you want to create in this database? So I want to create only one column, and column name is the image file. What we will store here, I will store only image. We don't want any content, any text, nothing else. We are not expecting anything, right? What I'm expecting only image should be here, right? So how we can do this? Models dot file field, nothing else, guys. File field, or you can choose image field. So what this program will do, what this function will do, this function will just give you the permission to store image files here. Image field means I'm just going to store image in this section, in this column, right? So that's it, guys. That's it, right? Not more than this. It's good. So we done. We did it like completely. It's complete. Like it's created completely. Now after creating this structure, as you know that Django comes up with this structure, But now we have to apply this structure in our database. Because if we open our database, we will not get this table name. Like I'm just going to open this database. What I'm doing here, I'm just going to remove it somewhere. I'm just going to open this table. I'm just going to click on DB browser. From desktop, I'm going to choose my AWS in Python, then my Django API. I'm just going to choose db.sqli3. I'm going to open. Then as you can see, the table list. Auth group permission, auth user groups. A lot of tables we have, many tables we have, but there is no table with name, your my file. I think it's really good, right? Because we created, but we not implemented, or we not like connected this table with my database. So what we have to do to connect this table with my database, to connect this with database, we need two commands. And what is two commands? So first command is Python manage.py make migrations. Python manage.py make migrations, and your app name where you created this model, because how my program will know that where is your model. So this model file is inside your app name. So my app name is my API. Second command is same as we all know. Python manage.py migrate. So I hope all of you are ready to execute this command. Okay. So now, like I'm getting one question on YouTube, like that why we are not like why we not placed our image like in static. Actually, why we not place, reason is because I'm not using this image inside my template, inside my HTML file. I'm using this image directly in Python code. If we use this image, if we need to open this image on my static folder, then, oh sorry, on my like browser or with HTML code, then we need to place this image on a static folder. Then we need to place this image on a static folder. Otherwise not, guys, right? So I hope it's clear to all of you. So now what I'm doing here, I'm just going to execute these two commands, doing two interesting commands, and let's see the magic. So what is my first command? My first command is Python manage.py make migration and my API. So you can see create model, my file. They created a one model, but now it's turns to implement or just to apply on database. Now let's see. That's it, guys, right? So we implemented. Now let's refresh your database. I'm just going to click here, browse here, and can you see this? We are not getting any table. How it's possible? Uh, okay, my Django API and my project is yeah. You can see my API is my app name, and my file is my table name. And can you see this, guys? My API is my table, my app name, and my file is my table name, right? So we are getting here. We are getting this table, as you can see. We are getting this table, right? And we can store content. We can store images, not actually images, guys. If I honestly say, not images, image path only, right? So what we will do, we will store image path in this location, and we will store image on some different location, right? So now next point is to configure. Next point is to configure this model, and actually model is configured to configure the point where we store our images. Like suppose, for example, I want to save some images in this location, but where we will store store. So let's see how we can configure. Firstly, I'm just going to admin.py file, and what is my plan? What is my plan? Like suppose for example, I'm just going to visit my browser slash and typing my opening my admin panel. So as you can see, I have this admin panel, and now I want my new table. As you know that we have two predefined tables here, users and groups. But my point is not to play with them. My point is to play with new table which is created by us, models file, my file. I want this table here. So we can add data, we can delete, we can add images, delete images, whatever I want, I can do. So this is my next point. This is my main concern, right? So how we can do this? How we can do this, right? Okay. So let's see. Just go for the admin.py, import your model file from my API dot models import my file. Simple. And write just three magical words: admin dot site dot register. Register, and what I want to register, my file. Simple, easiest thing, guys. Nothing. What we are doing, we are importing this class from models to admin.py file, and we're just registering admin.site.register here. Nothing else, guys, right? Now we don't have to execute it. We have to just check my server is refreshed or not. Server is refreshed. If I refresh this page, we will get my API is here. My API is my app name, and my files is my like you can say my files is my table name. So if I click on my files, we will get pre-configured structure like this. We are getting this. We have these tables, and we are just trying to work on my API, my files. So we have this. If I click back, we can hide it. We can show this, right? Okay. So now zero my files. I'm just going to add my files. I'm just going to choose my file. So you are getting this button, choose file. So if I click here, I can choose any image. Like I'm just going to choose this image. Open this image and save this image. It's done. We saved. If I try to open, we will get the name of your image. You will store this image. But if you click here, you will not get. It will say, or they will say that there is no file with the same name. There's no file with the same name. So why we are getting this? Why we are getting this, guys? Right? Now, what we did, guys, what we did within 5 minutes, we created this model. I'm just going to recall all the things. We created this model, or just created this table. Don't say the model, right? I like table, right? So we created this table, and in this table we created we created one column, and one column name is image. And in this image, what I want to store in this column, I want to store image file. What I want to store, guys, image file I want to store. So if I want to store image file, then I'm just going to choose image field. Yeah, if anyone is getting the error, no, pip problem or like flow problem, so you can go with this command. You have to install this library. Pip install PILLOW flow. Pip install flow, because we need this library, and with the help of flow we can process our images, otherwise not, right? Okay, so we need this flow library. So pip install flow, that's it, right? Okay. So now we have this my file. We created a one column image and with the field of image field. And after that, what we did, we executed two commands to create your model and to apply your model. To create your model, we need a command Python manager.py make migrations and your app name. And to apply your model to database, then we need Python manager.py migrate. That's it, guys, right? Two different commands and nothing else, right? After that, we want to execute, or we want to access this table. But we don't have too much of time to create your table or to create your admin panel, because we are running with 5 days training program. We are not running with 45 days training program, right? So we are not going to create your or like a customized admin panel. We are just going to use pre-built admin panel. Right? Even we can also create a customized admin panel. I will show you that how we can create and what will be the output, but not right now. After this class, right? I will show you. So now my file. So we have this my file, and we want to execute this or access this data. access this database from my admin panel. So what I'm doing, I'm just going to use admin.py file. I'm just calling this class, importing this class in admin.py file. And how I importing? What I'm doing, just from my API dot models import from my API dot models import my file. My file is my file name. Then I want, if I import this, but if I not register this my file to my admin panel, how my admin panel will know that we have to access this? We have to access this. So what I'm doing here, admin dot site dot register register. And what I want to register, my file. That's it, guys. That's it, right? So after executing this line, you will be you will get capability, or you will get permission from your admin panel to access it. As you can see, we have this admin panel. We have this admin panel. With this admin panel, we are getting it. We are getting this file is registered here. Okay. So now if I click on my files, we will get one object. An object means we stored one image. We stored one image. But as you know that if we stored one image, and if I'm going to click it, it's not going to open. Why it's happening, guys? Why we are not getting permission to open this image? My image is not going to open in my browser. It means there is some problem, guys. It means there is some problem. So what is the solution for this problem? Solution is actually what's happening here. We are choosing the image. And as you can see here, we are getting this image here in this location. Can you see this, guys? We are choosing this image, and we choose this image. Do you remember on database we choose this image, but this image is not going to access by my code or by my program, right? So how we can do this? We have to configure. Our image folder, or we have to configure our settings so my program can access my images also. Because right now my program don't know about any image which is stored in your project directory. My program don't know about it. So we have to tell to our program, tell to our machine, tell to our project that I'm going to copy images from client to my server. I am going to copy images from client to my server, and where I will store in particular location in my server, or in my complete project folder, project directory. I will store these images here, and you have to provide permission to the client that they can access these images directly. This is the complete procedure thing, and we need this permission from my project. So how we can do this? So we have to directly jump to my settings.py file, and at the bottom of this program, I'm just going to use media URL. Okay, I can access your media, but you have to design one URL. Like with the help of URL, you can access your images. So URL will be media. Simple. This is my URL. It's my choice. That's my media, right? Now media DIA media root, where you want store your images. So I want to store my images in this folder, right? And in this folder I want to create a new folder, new directory, media, right? And this media directory can be different also. Like I'm just going to delete this. This directory can be my uploads. Simple. My uploads. So where we will store our images, like suppose any client is going to choose any image. So I want to decide the permission that if you choose any image from the client, and if you want to copy these images on server, or just send these images to server, then where you will store, you will upload these images on my uploads. Now what is the path of this folder? So we have to find the path of this folder. So just copy path and paste it, not like this, like this. So when you paste this path completely, it means now you are getting a point that, okay, fine, I'm going to store my all media files. It can be images, it can be songs, anything. If user choose any file, I will store these files in this route, in this location. That's it, guys. That's it. That's good. But now problem is, if I share this project with you, then location will be different. Maybe your name is not Pratik Misra. Maybe your starting point is not users. Maybe you are working on Windows, not Linux, not Mac platform. Then the path will be different. Then problem is, if you are not a developer, you are an operator, or if you are just if you can operate the program, then it will not work fine. It will generate problems. Right? So what is the solution for this? We can make universal path. So universal path is my base directory. Base directory is predefined. What base directory do? Base directory automatically read your working directory, current working directory. Do you know, guys? Like suppose for example, I'm just going to open my this program, my API image processing, and if I want to find the location, the complete path location of this file, where this file exists, if I want this location or the path of this location, so how we can do this? Just import one library, import OS pwd for terminal, guys, right? Pwd for terminal, pwd not for your program. For program, you have to just go with os dot get current working directory is a function. Get current working directory. So what this function will do, guys? This function will give you the current working directory where this file exists. Let's see. Run this image processing. You will get, guys. Can you see this, guys? You are getting a complete path. User, Pratik Misra, desktop, master in Python, then my Django API, then my API. You are getting a current working directory, right? So now what we can do, we can use it. It's really profitable, right? So just my base directory is a combination of this. So what I want my base directory. That's it. And I want to add something. And what I want to add this folder. Like for example, where's my folder? My folder is my Django API. My folder name is my Django API. So I want to add this folder with slash. So this is my media root, guys. I want to upload my all the media files in base directory, and base directory plus my Django API. So this is my media root, guys. That's it, guys, right? So that's clear, guys, right? Okay, I hope you got the point. So this is my media URL, this is my media root. That's it. But now my URLs, okay, but my URLs don't know about the media URL. Okay, fine. Actually, why I'm saying this? Because my URLs, do you remember when I try to open this image? Okay, server is breaked actually, maybe some mistake, maybe some error. Yeah, now, so okay, we are getting this error. Proxy path and str, it's not going to work, right? Because base directory is your proxy path means it's not a correct path, right? So what is the solution for this? Solution is just apply comma and close it, and you os dot it's not imported. Okay, we have to import os, right? Then os dot path dot join and pass this value. Base directory, I want to join my base directory with my Django API. So now that's it. Now if I run this code, Okay, let's see. Let me check what we are getting in base directory, right? Okay, so how we can check? I'm just going to work on views.py file. Where is my views.py file? Because it's generating the error, and just because of version, that's why we are getting this problem. So what I'm doing here, views.py, and when we execute home, then okay, we need these settings. We need these settings. So from Django dot conf dot okay, let's see directly, like we can do this directly also, like print base dir. Yeah, you can see we are getting this data. User, Pratik Misra, desktop, master in Python, and my Django API, right? So print base directory. We are getting this data. So can we do this? Like str of base directory. Let's see. Yeah, it's going to print. It's going to print. So what I'm doing here, I'm just going to use this. I'm just going to remove this right now. And let's see. Are we getting any like warning? No, right now we are not getting any warning. That's it, guys, right? That's it. It's going to work. It's going to work. So we are getting media file. And if I use print media root, then you will get media root, right? But you are getting only this file, right? But it's going to work for complete path. Yeah, it's working for this my Django API. So this is my media root. We are going to we are planning to store this data here in this location. That's it. Now what we have to do, we have to directly jump on urls.py file, us.py file. Because the reason is because my program or my setting.py file know about this media root, but my URL don't know about this URL. So how we can do this? I'm just going to jump on my project url.py file, and we have to import some libraries from django.conf.urls.static import static, and from django.conf import settings. That's it, guys, settings, because we need the setting file, setting content, right? And after that, what we will do nothing, just apply plus, and what I want to add in these URLs, I want to add static, and in this static we will pass settings dot media URL, Now document root, document root equals to settings dot media root. That's it, guys. Now you will get permission to store your images and access them. That's it, guys. Just one line of code. Now let's see, it's going to work. Yeah, it's going to work. Now just refresh this page. It will not open. That's it. There's no problem. Now if I change this image, right, I'm just going to choose ESL ID Kharagpur logo, right? Open. It's done. And as you can see, this folder, my uploads folder is blank right now. If I click save, Permission error, permission denied, API Django. Okay, we're getting permission error, and permission error is just because we want to store data in this location. We want to store data in this location, right? Then let's see. Like suppose example, I'm just going to remove it. Okay. Permission error. Again, we are getting permission error. Reason is because we are planning to create this folder. We are planning to create this folder, and as we are working in Linux, so that's why we are getting this error, right? But if you work in your Windows, maybe you will not get. Right? Okay. So now, media root and media URL, we are getting this. This is the like folder name. That's it, guys, right? It's going to save. Actually, problem was folder name. Folder name. Actually, problem was like we was using the my Django API. Folder name was incorrect. Folder name was incorrect, right? So my Django API is my project name. So that's why they was trying to replace. That's why we was getting the error. So now they created my media folder, and it says media, right? I'm getting this logo.png. So now if I just click here, and click on logo.png, it will open on my server, and as you can see, my media root is /media/ my file name, and my file name is logo.png. My file name is logo.png, as you all guys can see this, right? My uploads, we can choose my uploads also, like as you know. I'm just going to delete this. I'm just going to delete this, and I'm giving the name my uploads. That's it. It's not compulsory that it should be media. It can be my uploads also. Now that's it. Now if I click here, and if I choose file, right, and if I again choose this file and again click open and again click save, it will not generate any error. If you can open and if you can see, you are getting my uploads folder. And folder will be like this, and inside this folder we are getting this image in this directory. And now if I want to open this image, we can open this image, right? So we have this content, right? Or we have this possibility to save our images, right? So now that's it, guys. Like this is the procedure to save or store your images from front end to back end, Now next and last very important point, guys, that how we can send same images, from this front end, the beautiful front end as you created, from this front end to back end and store on the same location. How we can do this? So let's see how we can do this. So now come to the point how we can do this. So like suppose for example, as I'm just going to visit this URL, we are sending the request. So in this request, actually, we included what we can say, we included some things, some properties, like like suppose for example, method. We have method means like what you are doing, you are sending the request to get the data, or you are sending the request with data, like you are sending the request to store some data on server. So it means you are trying to extract the data or get the data from the server, or you are trying to like deploy the data on the server or send the data to the server. Do you want to check? Okay, let's see. We have this multiple request. As you can see, we are getting get request because we are processing this page. But now suppose for example, I'm just going to open my admin panel. As you can see, I'm just getting the admin panel and I'm getting this request. Get this request on 628, right? On correct second, right? We are getting this request or get request. We have this, right? Now I click on my files. I'm sending again get request to my admin, to my file, this request, this URL. If I click on this object, I'm again sending the get request to admin, to my file, my API to my file, to one, then change. This is my URL. So I'm sending the get request. If I choose file, and I'm just going to choose any image, like I'm just going to choose this image, open. When you click open, we are sending no request. But now good news is, if I'm going to send this image, because this is my front end, but now this image is not here, ecell or not ecell, actually we choose right now image 6. So in my uploads, only one image I have, ecell IIT Kharagpur, right? We are not getting any image with image 6 name. But when I click save, I am sending post request, guys. It means if we are sending the post request, it means we are trying to send some data from front end to back end. We're trying to send some data from front end to back end. That's it, guys, right? This is the main point, this is the main combination thing, right? So we're getting this post request. So same thing is here. If we are trying to open my views, like I'm just going to delete this, going to close this, right? If I'm trying to open it, if I apply print request dot method, what method we are going to use? So let's see how we can check. If I open and if I refresh this page, as you can see, we are not trying to open home. We are trying to open home, and we are sending the get method. As you can see, it's going to print that you are trying to send get method to the user, or like you are using get method. So that's why we are going to print get, right? That's it, guys, right? So this is the procedure. So now can we do this? Can we reverse this method? If I click on play button, the method should be post. So let's see how we can do this. So what I'm doing here, I'm just going to open my code, open my HTML file. HTML file name is index.html. And in this file, what I'm doing here, in form, this is form section, guys. Do you know? We have this form tag. Form tag shows that you are using form. And in this form, I want method. I want change method, and method we post, not get method, right? Post method, we have to use it. So now let's see, this refreshes. Right? Okay. Now I'm just going to views and going to print user request method is, I'm just going to print user request method is, then let's see what method we are going to send. So now if I refresh this page, can you see this guys? User request method is get. User request method is get. But now if I choose this data, choose any random file, why this file, I don't know right now. Now if I click button, we are getting this error. This error means that you have to assign in the template. There is CSRF token. This is your security token, and with the help of this token we can assign, or we can differentiate the user who are going to use these services, or who are going to visit this URL. So how we can do this, or who are going to send this data. So with the help of this token we can differentiate the user. So just index.html with form, just paste this code only, do nothing. My error will show you this. The CSRF token, just paste this code as you are getting. In template, there is a CSRF token template tag inside each post form that targets the internal URL. That's the point, right? Okay. So now refresh this page, and after refreshing this page, I'm just going to choose any file, any random file. Click open, and now let's see what we are getting. Getting nothing, but now click play. Page is same, but as you can see, request method is post. That's it guys, that's it. Like, we can change the method of our submitting the form. What we are going to submit, we are trying to change the method. So now what is my plan? My plan is to detect the method. To detect the method means, in views function, we will apply the condition. If request dot method equals to post, it means if anyone is trying to submit any data, then we will read this. What we will do guys, we will read this data. So how we can read this data? Print request dot post. If you are sending data, but if you are sending files, then request.files. So I am using two things, request.files and request.post also, because we are sending two things guys. Services, we are choosing the service name, and we are choosing the file, right? Okay guys, we have not too much of time, right? So let's process this. So we have this request.file, so we are sending the file, and we are sending the service name, so request.post. Let's see what we are getting. So refresh the page, again refresh this page, choose your service, choose any file, open, play with this. That's it. What we are printing? We are printing two things: multi-value dict key, right? No contain. This says that there's no file included in your data. We are getting this error, not error actually, just contain, right? And now if we are passing data, then we are getting the CSRF token, with the CSRF form. And now apart from it, we are getting image tag, and image 7 file we choose. What we choose guys? We choose image 7. That's why we are getting this. But problem is, we are not getting file, we are getting only file name. What we are getting guys? We are getting only file name, we are not getting any file included or attached with this request. So why we are not getting with this the file? The reason is because we have to change data encryption. So we have to just apply this encrypt type multi-part form data. We can pass multiple things, multi-part form data. So we are sending a multi-part form data request. Now that's it. Now that's the good news. If you send any image, then you will get it. And apart from it, we have to decide the name of this select. Name is SERVICE. Service, simple. Service. Name is service. And the name for this file is image. Now let's see the magic. Now we are going to refresh the page, nothing else. Choose the service, object detection, choose your file. This file I'm going to choose, click open, and play with this. Now let's see. We are getting one image, And in memory uploaded file, we are uploading this image to with image and JPG, memory uploaded file. It means we can upload this file in memory location. And now apart from it, we are getting service, and service we are choosing object detection. So we are getting object detection service, and we are not getting image content, right? Because image is going to travel from image file method, and data is going to travel from your data, from your post method. So from post we are getting service name, and for this file we are getting file name. So how we can print it? We are not going. My plan is not to print only files. My plan is to print file name. So request dot files of image and request dot post of service name of your service, it will print, they will print. Now submit the same form. Now can you see this? You are getting image file name and you are getting your service name. That's it, guys. We are expecting this and we want this. We want this service. We are choosing object detection, and we are choosing this file image2.jpg. We are choosing this file image2.jpg, right? That's it. Now let's see this file is here or not in your my API, my uploads. We are not getting. Why we are not getting this file here? Why we are not getting this file here? Even we are sending this file from front end to back end. We are sending this file from front end to back end, but we are not getting it, right? Okay, what we are getting here, guys, actually doing nothing, just one line of code. If easiest way we try to understand, in index.html we are just deciding the name of the service, right? And we have this name for this file, name is image. So just remember these two names, image and service. And now multi-part encrypted data, we have to pass this multi-part encrypted data. So now we can send our image also, image, and even any file, it can be PDF, it can be JPG, any type of file we can send to. So that's why we are passing encrypted type multi-part form data, and method is post. So when we choose any service, the service name will be there. So now what I want, we are sending the service name. And now we are sending service name here, now, and apart from it, we are sending the file type file, and we are sending the file with the name of image, and we are accessing them. Request.files equals to image, and request.post equals to service. So service is not important here. Image is important. So how we can access this image? I'm just going to cut this. I'm just going to delete this, and image equals to this. Now, but image is not going to store in my uploads folder. The reason is, guys, because you are not saving this image on your database. We have this file database. We are saving this file, saving this image in this image. No. So how we can save this? Simple. We have to upload these models in this views file. So how we can upload this model? From my API.models import my file. Simple. How we can store this in your database? My file dot objects dot create. Simple. And then my image is like img. So what we have to do, I want to save this image in this column, and column name is image. What we are doing here, guys, we are creating a new row in table, and in this row I am passing this data in image column. So I have to choose the column name, and what I want to store, this image, nothing else. That's it. Just this one line will be the responsible to save your image, your uploads folder. Let's see the magic, guys. We will send our image here. Let's see how we can do this. Now I'm just going to refresh my page, choose any file, file name is image1. Image1 is not going to exist in my uploads folder, but now it will exist. If I click play, it will refresh your page and it will exist here. Image1. You can open it. It's going to send it to your data. And send it to your backend. So what we are doing here, guys, We are sending our image from front end to back end. That's it, guys, right? So if anyone have any doubt till this point, just ask me, because it's very important point. I want that everyone should clear. When we have not a really too much of time or like a complete training, as I'm saying that it's not 45 days training, it's 5 days training, right? So in 5 days training, we can't cover all the parts of Django, because Django, single Django, right, will take approx 40 classes or at least 30 classes we need to complete the Django a bit properly. We are covering these things, but we have a lot of things to cover, right? Okay, that's fine. Yeah, if you are getting the point, that's good, right? But it's a little bit difficult, because we are covering very advanced part, right? Very advanced part at the beginning, right? So that's why maybe it's difficult, but yeah. Yes, Abhijit, like we can create or we can store the service name also. We can store the service name also to store the files in model, right? Okay, so let's see. Now this turn is the time is to process these images. The time is to process these images. Right. Okay. So what we are doing here, guys, actually doing nothing. We are creating our model, like what we covered till this point in this class, right? In today's class. Firstly, we created a model. The reason is because we want send our images. We want to store our images from front end to back end. We want to store our images from front end to back end. That's why we are creating the model. So we will store these images, not images, image directory. We will store our image directory or image path in this model. So what we are doing here, my file is my table name and image is my column name. Image is my column name. And what I want to store, I want to store image. So that's why we are choosing models.image field. Models.image field. If we are processing image field, we need to install flow library. We have to install flow library. And after creating the model, we have to execute Python manage.py migration API and Python manage.py migrate. That's it, guys. That's it. It's done, right? Now, point is that how we can access this model from admin panel. So what we did, we opened our like app folder. Inside the app folder, we opened our admin.py file and we just registered our my file. So we can see we are creating multiple images. We can store images, we can delete images, we can edit content, and all these things we can do this, right? So we are doing this bit on admin. But now I don't want to access this model only from admin. I want to access this model from my this back page. It's created by us, right? It's not created by admin. We created this model. So now how we can do this? As we are getting some error on terminal. No error. Just refresh. Like in table, we are storing the path of element. Do you want to check it? I'm just going to browse the data, and in this browse the data, what I'm doing, I'm just going to refresh the data, and in this image column, you can see we are getting only file name. We're getting only file name or file path. Can you see this? Only file name or in your database, right? But behind the scene, they created the path. Behind the scene, they created the path, right? So behind the scene, they are connected. They're connected. So we can open them. We can access them. Right. Okay, so we are using it. So in views file, what we are doing, it's not compulsory that we have to print. It's just for explaining part. We are checking the method. If method is post, we read our image, and as the image we read to image read to our service also. Service also request dot post of service, because my service name is service, right? Okay. And now if I want to print, we can print also. Service. Now, what we are doing, we want to store this image in our media folder, in our upload folder. So how we can do this? My file.objects.create, and I want to store this image path in my column name image. So image equals to img. That's it, guys. Nothing else, right? Image equals to img. and just going to reback or just going to jump on same page, jump on same URL. So that's why we are just executing this. We are just going to jump on the same URL. So that's it, guys, right? That's now. Okay, so this is like our processing of your images and just sending your image from front end to back end, right? So this is your content of sending your images from front end to back end. So now I hope it's clear to all of you. It's clear to all of you, right? Okay. Next part, we will cover in next session, right? Next part we will cover in next session, right? And what will be next session? In next session we will process our image from AWS cloud, right? Not in this session, right? Okay, but in this session we have to do something more. Like suppose for example, I'm going to choose this service. I'm going to choose this file, image 2, and play this. That's it. We are sending these images. These images is going to store. But now what I want complete path. Not path, guys. I want complete URL of this image. Like suppose, for example, as I open my admin panel, I'm just going to save these 3 files. If I want to open this image, I'm getting this path. So what is my plan, guys? My plan is to open or to read the complete path, and complete URL also, complete URL and complete path both directly from Python. How we can read, guys? How we want to read? We want to read the URL. We want to read the URL of this. And second thing is we want to read. If you want to read the path also where we store, like suppose for example, I stored this file here, image1.jpg. If I right click and complete path, and if I print here, we'll get this complete path here. So I'm expecting that the path should come from the path should be like find by my you can say Python code. We don't want to path. We don't want to find. So how we can do this? How we can find this complete path? Simple, guys. If in this part, this complete path is your media root. This complete path is your media root, because where you are using is this media here. This complete path is a media root, and this image name is your file. Image name is your file, so we can get it. How we can get it, guys? Simple. Don't want print service. I want print settings. So we have to import our settings. So how we can import our settings? We all know, guys. From Django.conf import settings. Simple, right? Okay. Now what I want print? I want print settings dot media root plus slash then plus your image. That's it, guys. That's it. Image. Now, if we send back, if we choose service, if we choose any file, like any new file, image3 is not chosen by us, right? And if I click open and if I click play, okay, we are getting the error. Can only concat string, not image upload file to string. That's the problem. So how we can, this image is image upload file, but this is my string. So how we can do this? We can do like this. Store this data. Store this creating file or creating row in data variable, and what we can do like this. Data dot image. Image is my column name. So we have this row, and I'm storing this data in image. So I'm just using image. Image is my column name. So when we do this, and now if we refresh this page, choose any image, and click play, we are again getting same error, can only convert string, not image field to string. Where we are getting str. That's it. Server is going to refresh. I'm just going to submit my form again, and it's done. No, again, it's still we are getting error. Can concatenate, not image field. Okay, sorry, not data.image, data.image.name. That's the problem. We need file name. We need file name. We don't want complete file. Now that's reference. Now it will work. It will work. And as you can see, the complete path of your image. Complete path of your image. That's it, guys, right? That's really important point, and it's really awesome. So we can use this path, or we can read, or we can open this image. We can open this image with OpenCV library. We have OpenCV library, we can open it. But now, if I click on this image, and I want this path, I want this URL. So how we can get this URL? Simple. Do nothing, just data.image, apart from name, just use .url. Not name, we are not expecting any name, we are expecting URL only. So now what I'm doing here, I'm just going to refresh, choose any file you like, play. That's it, guys. And we are getting this URL /media/image. And before this, what we have, what is my actual URL? My actual URL is http :/127.0.0.1:8000/ data.image.url. So now that's it. So you have your base URL, and if you have your image URL, you are just going to add them. And if I refresh this page, now then play, you will get complete URL. If you click on this URL, you will get your image will open. Image is not going to open. Image.7.jpg. Yeah, reason is we are using this slash. We don't have to use this slash, right? Because if you use this slash, they will use slash two times. You can see this, guys, 2 times slash we are getting, right? So we don't have to use this slash. Now, if I just choose any image, open this image and play with this image, you will get your new URL. If you click on this URL, then you will get your image open. What I'm expecting, guys, I want some advanced thing. And what is my advanced concept, or what is my advanced thing? I think that just when we will choose any image, and when I click open, and when I click on play button, the image as I'm going to choose and I'm going to send, my web page should be refreshed. And I don't have to click here that I want to open this image, so I have to come to the server and open it, right? Because I'm developer, so maybe I can come to the server, but you are user, you are client. You can't come on my server, but you are expecting to open this image. So how we can do this? So what I'm getting, what is my point? I want to jump on this URL. Like if I remove this print, and if I do this like this, URL equals to, and you are printing your URL. So what is my point? I want to leave this website, I want to leave this URL, and I want to jump on this URL. I'm creating it. So how we can do this? It's simple. Apart from render, import one advanced function, redirect, where you want to redirect. Do you remember? Hundreds of time when we visit any website, on website, we got the content, we got the notice, then we are redirecting you on this web page. It means you are here right now, but what we are doing, we are redirecting you on different web page or different URL. So we can do this. Can we do this? Yes, we can do this. So what I'm doing here, apart from printing this URL, use redirect of URL. That's it, guys. So after sending this image, I'm just going to redirect on different URL. That's great. That's it. Now refresh this page and see the magic. I'm just going to choose any image. I'm going to choose this image. Suppose I'm going to choose this image. Suppose I'm going to choose this image or this image, and I'm just going to open and click play button. Let's see. Oh, it's not going to redirect. Let's see why we are not getting redirect. Oh, sorry, not redirect. Return redirect. Return redirect. We have to return something, right? We are sending the request, so we have to redirect it. So not redirect only. We have to return redirect. So I'm just going to refresh this page. Refresh this page. I'm just going to choose any file, open this file, and just click on play. You can see, guys, you are sending the image, but image is going to open. Like I'm just going to back. I'm going to choose different image, like for this image, choose this image, and just going to play. And as I'm going to play, my image is going to open directly, right? So we don't have to think that how we can open this image and how it will open, right? But just we are sending the image to my server, and as you can see, my image is going to upload continuously. My image, my uploads folder is going to increase, right? And now we are sending this image, or just we are going to redirect to my URL. So we have both the things. We have our path, we have our complete path, and we have our URL. We need this. We need both the things, guys. Just remember, we need both the things in creation of API, and not just creation of API, just playing with this images. In next session, as we start our next session at 7:30 or 7 something, right? Then we need this path also. We need this path also, and we need to process them. We need to process them, right? Okay, so that's it, guys. That's it. So I hope it's clear to all of you. This is your first web page, and if everything is clear till this point to all of you, believe me, guys, upcoming session is going to like very interesting session. We are going to cover a very interesting thing. We are going to send the request to my AWS cloud, getting the response from AWS cloud, and finding the data, that finding the content, that where is my face, is there any celebrity, is there any age, what is the gender, what is the emotion, right? And is there any object? So what is the name of this object? So all the things we are trying to find it. We're trying to find it, right? So that's it, guys. That's the point, or that's the like main concern we have. Yeah, I can understand, guys, right? It's definitely difficult for everyone, right? But it's interesting also. You can say so. It's difficult, but you can say that it's interesting also, right? Because we are playing with images from front end to back end, right? Uh, Guys, can we start our next session on 7:30? All of you, like if we will finish our class right now, or this session right now, right? So can we start our session on 7:30? Like all of you, if you are like watching me on YouTube, so you can just give me the answer. Okay, so what we are doing here, guys, like I am uploading a complete project to this point right now on Google Drive. So before next session, you can download this code, this complete code, right? And we will continue from this point, right? And next session we will start sharp 7:30, right? So I'm just going to give you a 30 minutes break. So just refresh your mind, right? And do something so your mind will be refreshed, because upcoming session is really going to very interesting and little bit complex, honestly, right? But awesome thing we are going to learn, really, believe me, awesome thing we are going to learn, right? Okay, so just fine, it's enough for this session. Thank you so much, guys, right? See you in next class. Bye bye again.